Hello, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 more tips to help you get better at Super Mario 35 and hopefully increase your win rate. Tip number 1 is a big one that not a lot of people talk about. So cheap cheeps are one of the most dangerous enemies, both because they're hard to consistently kill and because if they hit you while you're in the middle of a jump, you can lose your momentum and fall straight down into a hole. So when you're on a level that has a lot of flying cheap cheeps in it, try and set your mind to the idea that every jump must be a full jump and that you're going to hold jump until you land. If you continue holding jump through the hit, your jump will complete. The problem is that when a cheap hits you, usually you let up off the button because most jumps are less than a second of holding a button. And the cheap hits you, and you're no longer holding the button when it's done with the damage animation, and then you fall into the hole. So tip number 2 is that if you see a whole lot of enemies upcoming and you're approaching a pipe that you could go down, you can use that pipe to clear all the upcoming enemies. A lot of times you avoid pipes because you want enemies, but if you're small and don't have the resources or the enemies are particularly tough, you can use the pipes or the bonus areas to clear out everything that's upcoming. Tip number 3 is a simple one. Just like in Mario Kart, you can press X to end your special item roulette early. So you press X once to begin the spin, and as soon as the spin starts, press X again, and it will end the spin immediately. Tip number 4, if you're about to kill a hard enemy, like Bowser or Hammer Brothers, look around for an opponent who is small and manually target them with your left thumbstick. Put your red reticle over their screen and then kill their enemy. This will send the enemy to them specifically, and if they die, you get their coins and some bonus time. Tip number 5 is that the warp zone pipes are in order from right to left. So if the furthest right pipe is 1-1, the middle pipe is 1-3, and the left pipe is 2-1, you might initially be inclined to go to 1-1, but you know that immediately after you finish 1-1, you have to go to 1-3, and 1-3 is not a very fun level. So instead, if you go to 2-1, which is another good level to go to, you know that you will probably not have 1-3 immediately after that. I hope these tips are useful to you, and if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe.